Previously, in part 1, I stressed the necessity of spending wiser on clothing and other material things, touching the surface of the pitfalls of the nouveau riche mentality. This, however, is not to encourage being satisfied with the bottom line, as I believe everyone should strive for greatness. However, the way you spend your money, the way you present yourself, and, of course, the way you view yourself will greatly impact the experiences you have in life and the direction it takes. Refinement, class, tact, and cleanliness should take precedence. Otherwise, it's easy to lose one's sense of self, being defined only by the clothing on one's body rather than the substance from the individual wearing them. The issue therein lies within the image presented to the masses as the epitome of luxury and class, which tend to be shown as the new money style. However, the reality is quite the opposite. When an individual enters a luxury department store or upscale establishment adorned in eye-catching attire, the initial impression isn't of their coolness or extravagance, but rather their susceptibility to overpriced products and services. Brands that were once recognized as the peak of luxury are nowadays reduced to shadows of their former selves, selling the same things over and over again to maintain their relevancy. You've undoubtedly come across it, the lingering association of certain brands with terms like chavvy, ghetto, or whichever local term you prefer. It's a phenomenon that leaves a lasting imprint on our perception of these brands. Less is more is a saying that stands the test of time in many regards. The same goes for in fashion, where it's less branding, less flashiness, or less components to your outfit. Sometimes being more reserved with your outfits, style choices, and choices in purchases can be more beneficial to elevating your style. Doing the most can often make you look the worst, and doing less can often make you look better. Though it is circumstantial, consider why you're making these style decisions. Dressing purely to impress and flex on others often has the opposite effect. At the end of the day, if you want to wear logo and branding heavy pieces and excessive bling, go ahead, I'm not the fashion police. However, you should at least consider some of the following. Is your aim simply to show off? Does a garment style make it worth acquiring? Does it genuinely reflect who you are as an individual? And what exactly do you gain by paying a premium for a mere printed name or logo? It's important to keep in mind that brand names aren't everything. As we talked about earlier, some people easily outshine others dressed in Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and other luxury brands with their Zara and H&M outfits. It's not about the label, but about how you showcase your style and confidence. Money doesn't equal style, which means even more so that perfecting your style before you reach wealth is important. Learn to understand how to dress and what suits you. Then, the incorporation of pricier pieces will be less embarrassing and more complimenting. Test, experiment, adapt, and build your own style bit by bit. As long as you're realistic with yourself and seeking improvement appearance-wise, you will never have to worry about looking bad or being worn by your clothes. A person who can dress well is highly attractive. Confidence should come from within, not solely from clothing. The new money mentality is a troubling case, where it portrays poor spending habits, a lack of confidence behind the material things, being a slave to trends and the latest thing, and lacking the understanding of preservation of both wealth and possessions. Defining your own style should always be the goal, without being fooled by flashy objects and trendy brands. Take these words into account, and before you make your next purchase, ponder on the lessons from this video. Thank you for listening. Yours sincerely, Hachiman.